Joel Krausar here with you on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network from Pearl City Media. We're a little bit later start on our varsity game as the sophomores put on a show, a double overtime game. Bettendorf defeating the Muskies 67-66. Arrington now, though, had a three-pointer at the buzzer go in and out. It was about as far in as it could go. If you were playing one of those pop-a-shot games at an arcade, it would have probably tripped the laser and counted as a basket. Just a bad beat there for the Muskie sophomores, who fall 66-67 in overtime. But it brought some energy into this arena, an arena that has a few more rears in the seats as the restrictions have been able to be lifted even a little bit more. There are still mask requirements, though, through all Muscatine Community School District buildings. Also, a little PSA at the top of the broadcast. There are some infrastructure internet issues going on throughout the entire community of Muscatine. So if we do have any outages or may experience some slower upload times in the stream, bear with it. We have been told that everything is being worked on, and hopefully we won't have any issues throughout the broadcast. We welcome our listeners and viewers from Bettendorf. Welcome to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. We're hopefully going to have a great game for you here tonight as the 2-7 Bettendorf Bulldogs traveled here for the 7-7 Muscatine Muskies. We'll have a good Mississippi Athletic Conference matchup here tonight. Right now, I'm going to send it over to an interview with Tom Olsis, our activities director at Muscatine, and Muscatine head basketball coach, John Wyndham.
Game with the Bulldogs from Bettendorf. Last week, the Muskies lost one game to Davenport North and one game to Mother Nature. We are excited for the Muskies to get back on the court tonight. Coach Wyndham, last Tuesday night, the Muskies traveled to Davenport North. Overall, the boys really competed on the defensive end, but we struggled to score points during the course of the game. Can you share any of the high points from last Tuesday night?
Well, we knew we were going to have a little bit of a challenge not having Josh for the game because of an injury against Assumption. And then, unfortunately, Noah and Reed pick up 2 fouls early, and they had to sit a lot in the first half. So the highlight in the first half was those 3 options. Only being down 17-11, we thought we held it pretty good. But I think what happened was having Reed and Noah sit so much the first half probably took them out of the rhythm for the second half, and it also took a lot of our scoring off the floor too. The most frustrating thing that night was we just didn't get enough shots up. I think if we had shot the ball more, we would have probably had a chance to pull a nice win on the road. But they're a good ball club. I mean, they have 2 very exceptional good ball players. One's a Division I football, and the other one's going to play college basketball. So they have a pretty good. But I was pleased with the effort, pleased with the defensive, we put. But, the shots have to come up in order for us to win.
I think as much as we struggled with fouls, then Josh was out of the game. I mean, the reality was it's not like we were 20, 25 points behind. We just, with the lineup that we had on the court, we didn't have a lot of scoring options, but the kids really competed hard. Some kids were out on the court that weren't normally out on the court playing defense and playing hard too. So,
well, Aiden Dolphin, those most extended minutes he's had all year. And, we were very pleased with the effort he gave us. And, we need someone else to step up, which will help us down the road in future games with him stepping up. And Sam Embert's now back into the flow. He knows what's going on. And then we bring Trevor off the bench. He's getting more minutes. And then, we're just getting better every day. I mean, it was a bump in the road. We're just hoping we bounce back tonight.
Last Friday night, we lost our game to Central DeWitt due to weather concerns. And at this point in the season, it gets really hard to find slots to make up games. During the course of the year, that the things that a team works on during practices and what practices look like varies a little bit. At this point in the season, can you share a little insight into what practices kind of typically look like for a varsity basketball team? What are some of the things that you've really been focusing on as we get close to tournament time to help the Muskies succeed?
Well, we've cut back to about 90 minutes of on-court time. I mean, to save our legs. We spend a little more time playing everyone the second time around, spending more time watching videos. What's been nice during this run we get the chance to see the good things we've done. I mean, in the years past, our video sessions watching our games were not fun, but now we're actually enjoying the fruit of all our hard work. But 90-minute practices, basically we're doing preparation for our next opponent. We usually have about 2 days prepared. So if we play on a Friday, we got Saturday, Monday to prepare for Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday for the opponent on Friday. If we have to introduce anything new, we probably would do it in the first night of practice in between games. You know, I mean, right now we're trying to prepare for every situation come tournament time, because you never know who you're going to play, and be prepared if anything's thrown at you. That way we do it. That was something else that's frustrating. Was on Tuesday was we had prepared for 1-3-1 zone before, and we just didn't execute well. But defense is always number one on our list. We're always spending at least 15, 20 minutes every day in practice on defense, and I think the kids have bought into that because they're now talking more. And with offense, when you start playing someone the second time, you either introduce something similar to what you're running, or else you just make adjustments on the stuff you currently have on the book, or you pick out a few key plays you want to run against that opponent that you didn't run against them last time. So, you're always just, tweaking a little bit, adjusting. But we cut it down to about 90 minutes. I think it helps because then it keeps our attention span.
That 1-3-1 that North played against us last Tuesday night, we hadn't seen a defense like that very much during the course of the season, if I remember correctly. And it looked like, that we were struggling. And I know you were frustrated a little bit. And I could tell you talked about some things that we just didn't execute. There were areas and parts of it, I think it looked like that we were kind of missing. But then we also had, different kids on the court, different weapons at different times out there. Were there any things in particular that you kind of really felt that we missed, that we didn't take advantage of like we could have?
Yeah, shooting the ball. Basically, it comes down to shooting. Assumption had run a 1-3-1 against Pleasant Valley, so we had prepared for 1-3-1 in case Assumption running against us. So it wasn't like there was a long gap between games. When you think about it, Assumption was on a Friday, we played North on a Tuesday, so it wasn't like 2 weeks. I think it was just the fact that you had guys that weren't in spots that normally weren't in that spots, and then, like I said, having a couple of guys sitting more took us out of the rhythm. But no, we prepared for it. We were ready. Now, once again, if it comes back again, we made a few adjustments, which made it even simpler for us to do. Sometimes with us, we have a hard time adjusting from going from a man-to-man defense to zone. And I tell the kids, it's like you got to change gears. A zone is there to slow you down and try to get you to think more. While man-to-man, you can execute your stuff. And we struggle with that at times with teams switching up like that. So it was just one of those unfortunate things. We just didn't play well that night.
We played, I believe Bettendorf was our first game after the Christmas break, and we got a good win up at Bettendorf that kind of jump-started the second half of our season. How's Bettendorf been playing lately, and what should we keep our eyes open for tonight?
Well, keep in mind, when we played them the first time, they only had 3 practices, and I think they weren't prepared for what we were going to run, so they came out and played a zone against us, and we got off to 21-7 first quarter lead, and then they unleashed the dogs, and we fought and held on to a nice win, which was the kids have always told me they've never beaten Bettendorf. We've now got that scratched off our bucket list, but they're a lot like us. They play really hard. Their points come in committee. They have a couple good players by name of Carter Furness and Maurice Wynn. They're the 2 best ball players. Carter's going to shoot the ball from downtown. He's going to jack it up a lot. Maurice is more of a slasher, so they're kind of inside out. But they played about 8 guys, similar to us, and it'll be a very competitive game. We just got to come out and refocus and get back on track.
Josh Diekman missed last Tuesday night's game. How has he been looking? Has he been able to practice lately? How's it look like? What's it been looking like for him?
We get him in a little bit, see how it feels, and we don't press it real hard because he says it's very tender. He went for an MRI today at 1:00. He'll get the results on Thursday. So, I don't know what his status will be tonight. We'll probably have him go through warm-ups and see how it goes. Right now he's playing with one hand, and that kind of concerns the coaching staff because, you can't go for rebounds with one hand. And you could tell he's favoring a little bit because he tries to keep his hand away from everything. So we'll see. It's going to be one, as they say in the big leagues, it's game time decision.
Game time decision, and we're all day to day.
Yeah. But no,
Thank you for joining us tonight, Coach Wyndham, and good luck to you and the Muskies against Bettendorf tonight.
Yep, thanks. Go Muskies.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
And welcome back to Muscatine High School on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Joel Krausar on the call here. Big thank you to Tom Olsis and that interview with John Wyndham here in our pregame show presented by Pearl City Media. We're ready for our starting lineups. Starting for the Muskies tonight, it's the usual suspects. Junior, number 1, Braden Hufford, along with Reed Olsis, the senior forward. Number 4, number 11, Dante Lee making a start. He's been playing very well the last several games. And then number 22, Noah Yan, the Muskies' leading scorer at 11 points per game, will lead the way for the Muskies. And then number 30 tonight, Waker Clare getting the start for the Muskies tonight. We'll hope to see Josh Diekman coming off the bench. He is dressed out and ready to go. But Waker Clare getting the start tonight for the Bulldogs. Starting for them, number 11, Mason Penzinger. The number 25, Cole Williams. Number 31, Spencer Del Vecchio. Number 43, I was looking at the wrong roster here. I apologize. Number 11, Cameron Figs, starting for the Bulldogs. Number 25, TJ Bogan. Number 31, Caden Wilkins. And the number 43, Landon Butler. And number 51, Jackson Gross, starting. Missing from the starting lineup for the Bulldogs is Carter Furness, their leading scorer at 13.8 points per game. And Maurice Wynn, also missing from the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Maurice Wynn averaging 10.6 points per game. Not sure what we're going to see from Bettendorf. Bettendorf coming into this game 2-7 on the season. The Muskies 7-7 on the year. The Muskies last time out, they were defeated by Davenport North. They did defeat Davenport Assumption on the 29th. Bettendorf fell to Davenport West their last time out. We are now going to rise for our national anthem. We'll keep it right here, and then we'll have Mississippi Athletic Conference action on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. And we're ready to get underway here at Muscatine High School. It's a varsity basketball action between Bettendorf and Muscatine, two longtime Mississippi Athletic Conference members. 3-point baskets will be sponsored all game long by First National Bank of Muscatine. Riots and Rebelle Salon, proud supporters of Muskie Athletics, along with Toyota of Muscatine and Hy-Vee of Muscatine. Reed Olsis will do the opening tip here for the Muskies, as TJ Bogan will take the tip for the Bulldogs. And Waker Clare secures the tip for Muscatine, and Hufford will bring it up for the Muskies. Again, fantastic end of the sophomore game, a 67-66 double overtime victory for the Bulldogs, as Noah Yan gets right to the rim and finishes. And Figs will bring it up for the Bulldogs. And gets it over to Wilkins. To Butler. Bogan. Back to Wilkins. Almost a travel there. Jackson Gross down low, unable to finish. Big rebound from the senior Reed Olsis. Dante Lee on the curl. Now the three-pointer from Noah Yan is good. Three-point basket presented by First National Bank of Muscatine. An early 5-0 lead here for the Muskies, as Figs brings it for the Bulldogs across the timeline. Wilkins to Butler. Butler steps through and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Or they're calling the foul on the floor. So it will be Bettendorf ball. They'll inbound underneath their own basket. Bettendorf, longtime basketball coach Curtis Clark, one of the more fun coaches I've gotten to know in my time covering Muskie basketball and MAC sports. We're used to being right there at the scorer's table to broadcast, but with COVID, we're up in the corners, and that's one thing I miss, is being down and talking to coaches before the games. Gross gets to the rim, and he's fouled. Jackson Gross fouled by Hufford. He'll go to the free throw line for two. That first foul against the Muskies was on Waker Clare. So Gross will shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is good. RIVO Plumbing and Heating, proud supporters of Muskie Athletics, as the second free throw for Gross is good. Hufford brings it up for the Muskies. He's picked up by Figs. Dante Lee on the right wing. Now Olsis to Yan. Figs defending Yan nicely there. And Hufford will look to reset. Lee now. Bogans with a good job cutting off Lee's baseline drive, as Noah Yan works the ball around the perimeter. Inside to Clare. Clare's shot is blocked, and now Figs will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Bogan drives. Skip pass over to Figs. One thing we've seen the last several games from the Muskies is really fantastic defense. And that shot's missed, and Muscatine gets the rebound. Olsis with another rebound. Waker Clare. Back to Dante Lee. Hufford now works it over. Finds Lee. Yan. Hard closeout there from Bogan. Yan takes it to the rim, and he's got the 7 points now for the Muskies. A fast start for Noah Yan, the senior. Bettendorf yet to make a field goal. Their 2 points have come at the free throw line. Figs' jump shot's good. Hufford will reset the Muscatine offense. Lee for three. It's good. First National Bank of Muscatine three-pointer by Dante Lee. Every Muskie three-pointer results in a $25 donation. That three-pointer is short and rebounded by Jan. And now it's a 2-on-2 break. Olsis back to Jan. He finds Claire for three. That's long, but rebounded by Olsis. Unable to finish the rebound. And now Gross will push it up to Butler. Butler flies past. And that's going to be out of bounds as Muscatine's Noah Jan was out of bounds trying to save it. Strong take there by Butler. Muscatine did a decent job of getting back on defense. Tynan Newmkennon now checks into the game for Bettendorf. He's their leading rebounder at 8.4 rebounds per game. And Diekman will check in now as well. Gross to Newmkennon to Butler. Butler, strong take. Newmkennon with the board, unable to get the putback, and the quick pass out to Hufford. And Hufford's going to get the hoop and the harm and have a chance for a three-point play. That foul is going to be on Jackson Gross. As Hufford goes to the free throw line. Muskie Athletics presented by Eastern Iowa Community College. And the free throw is good. 9-point lead now for Muscatine. As Figs finds Butler on the wing. Over to Newmkennon. To Wilkins. Now back to Figs. Wilkins drives right. Cut off by Diekman. Newmkennon finds it down low. Three-point attempt from Wilkins, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds on Bettendorf, and it'll be Muskie ball. Diekman, Hufford, Olsis, Lee, and Jan on the floor for the Muskies. Diekman to Hufford. Newmkennon did a nice job of cutting off the baseline. Newmkennon, an explosive athlete. We saw him in the football season. A dynamic, big receiver for them. And Butler, a fantastic athlete as well. He gets the steal and the layup. Butler showing some explosiveness for the Bulldogs as Hufford sets up this Muskie offense. We have 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Noah Jan with 7 quick points here for the Muskies. And add 3 more to that total. Big 3 from Noah Jan. Presented by First National Bank of Muscatine. Two points for Bettendorf. Figs gets to the rim. Braden Hufford gets it to Olsis. 8-point lead for the Muskies. Thanks again for joining us on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Noah Jan, skip past to Lee. Fadeaway jumper, no good from Lee. Rebound by Wilkins. And now the Bulldogs will push it up the floor to Butler. To Newmkennon, stripped by Diekman. Good help defense. And now Lee with the break. And he gets the finish. Really nice job by Lee to take it right to the rim. And Butler did a good job of not picking up the foul as well. Good play by both gentlemen. Gross to Butler. Shot blocked by Lee from behind. And now Diekman with 30 seconds to go. And he slips on the floor. Turnover Muscatine. And Butler. I think Josh is okay. They might need to wipe that spot up on the floor, though. That looks like a slick spot as Trevor Diedrichs checks into the ball game for the Muskies. Wholesale substitution here for Bettendorf as Carson Ohlweiler, Newmkennan, Maurice Wynn, TJ Bogan, and Gvezli Webster on the floor now for the Bulldogs as Muscatine plays for the last shot. And that's going to be a foul on Lee Webster. So with 7.6 seconds to go here in the quarter, the Muskies looking to get a bucket to end what's been a fantastic quarter. Reed Olsis gets the inbounds, finds Hufford. Hufford to Diedrichs. Diedrich gets the shot off, and it's no good at the buzzer. Muscatine leading 18-10. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Muskie basketball on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Joel Krausar here on the call. We've had a bevy of three-pointers here in the first quarter. And First National Bank of Muscatine is our longtime sponsor of three-pointers. We'll take this time to say congratulations to longtime Muskie legend Scott Ingstead, who will be transitioning out of his role as president of First National Bank and into a different role within the board of directors for the bank. Scott, a longtime president of First National Bank, has not just been a member of the community as a leader of business, but as a leader of his class, as a graduate of Muscatine High School, a member of the Hall of Honor here at Muscatine High School for his athletic, academic, and community accomplishments. Congratulations to Scott, and well-earned change in role and a well-earned time, maybe more with his family, his grandchildren, and his wife Jess. I can speak closely. Scott's like a second father to me. He babysat my brother while I was being born. That's how far back our families go, and I'm very proud to be able to say congratulations to Scott on the broadcast this evening. And that rebound by Bettendorf as Muscatine tries to extend this lead, as Bogans gets a bucket to cut the lead to 6 for Bettendorf. As Braden Hufford will bring the ball up the floor for the Muskies. Diedrichs. So it's Diedrichs, Hufford, Clare, Jan, and Diekman on the floor for the Muskies. Smooth jumper from Josh Diekman. His first bucket of the night. Extends the Muskie lead to 8. Ohlweiler to Bogan to Lee Webster. Back to Ohlweiler. Noah Jan gets in the passing lane, near steal there. Good anticipation from the senior as Reed Olsis will check back into the game for Diedrich. Into Newmkennan and back to Ohlweiler gets it back. Jumper. No good long. Rebounded by Jan. And now Jan gets it to Hufford. Diekman to Jan. Finds Hufford in the corner. Newkennon with the closeout. Hufford with the nice pull-up jumper. Mid-range game working for the Muskies tonight, as that's 5 points now for Hufford. Wynn to Lee Webster to Bogan. Back to Wynn. Wynn with the pull-up jumper. Long. Rebounded by Newkennon. Back to Bogan. Foul. I think that's going to be on Reed Olsis. So it's going to be the first foul on Olsis as Dante Lee will check in after this first free throw. Bogan will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good for Bogan. Lee now in for Hufford. Bogan will shoot his second free throw here. Makes them both, making this a 22-14 ball game. As Noah Jan brings it up for the Muskies now, finds Lee on the wing. Back to Jan. Jan drives left, finds Diekman. Inside to Olsis, good help defense there from Bogan. It's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Muskie ball with 5:01 to play here in the first half. Jan inbounds it to Lee. Lee has it blocked, but he's fouled by Bogan. So TJ Bogan will pick up of his first foul. And that'll send Dante Lee to the free throw line. Lee, a 90% free throw shooter on the season, makes the first. Muskie basketball presented by Bear of Muscatine. And Lee makes them both. And Ohlweiler will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Wynn. Back to Wilkins. Blocked by Diekman. Rebounded by Bogan. Back to Ohlweiler. Over to Bogan. Wilkins on the wing to Maurice Wynn. Good defense from the Muskies here. Dante Lee. Ohlweiler on the drive. They're going to call a foul. It's going to go on Noah Jan, his first. Ohlweiler will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Ohlweiler, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. Doesn't get to the line that often. He is 50% on that trip. And Lee will bring it up for the Muskies. It's Dion. Over to Lee. Back to Jan. Claire to Jan. Drives left. And Jan steps on the baseline on the drive, and that's a turnover against the Muskies. And now Jan will get a break as Braden Hufford will check back into the game. So Lee, Hufford, Olsis, Claire, and Diekman on for the Muskies. And it's Figs back into the game, along with Darquest Hollingshed. To Dante Lee. As that's a big three from Waker Claire from First National Bank of Muscatine. Wilkins, Bogan, Lee Webster, Wynn, and Weiler on the floor for the Bulldogs. That's a big three there for Bogan. Figs, aggressive defense. He's going to get called for the reach-in foul. It'll be his first. Gross and Butler will check back in for the Bulldogs. As Lee finds Hufford. Back to Lee. Lee crosses over, gets it to Hufford for three. And that three is good. Braden Hufford for three, presented by First National Bank of Muscatine. That's 8 points now for the junior. And a 12-point lead for the Muskies. Lee with the rebound. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. That's Waker Claire. Travels. That's a turnover against the Muskies as Noah Yan comes back into the game. Josh Diekman will take a break. We're just under 2 minutes here in the first half. Figs will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Caden Wilkins drives baseline. Back to Bogan, who finds Figs. Stolen now by Hufford. Quick hands. That's deflected and out of bounds. It will be Muskie ball. Noom Kennan checks back in for the Bulldogs. As Hufford inbounds for the Muskies. Deflected by Noom Kennan. Jan, Hufford, Lee, Claire, and Olsis on the floor for the Muskies. And Olsis picks up the offensive foul. It's his second foul. Now Trevor Diedrichs will check back into the game. And Figs will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. A foul on Olsis with some hand fighting. Could have gone both ways, I think. As Hufford now will take it. And he'll be called for the offensive foul, and that's the right call. That was a really nice job by Figs. I felt he got back and got under control. Nice play there by Figs. That's the second foul now on Hufford. We're under a minute to play here. The lead is still 12 for the Muskies. As Figs will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Here's Jan with a steal. Crossover Euro step and finish. Great finishing move by the senior. Euro steps across the lane and finishes for the lefty. But it started with a great steal. He's so good in the passing lanes, so quick. Works over to Gross. Back to Figs. Noom Kennan now drives baseline. Good cutoff there. And a big three from Gross. Good defense by the Muskies, but New Canaan did a nice job of finding the open shooter after getting cut off on the baseline. Under 10 to play. We got a 30-second timeout here for the Muskies. We'll keep it right here. New Canaan did a nice job driving baseline. The Muskie defense was able to cut him off, but he saw that defender crash down, knew he had an open guy on the three-point line. That was Jackson Gross. And a big three-pointer there for Gross as they cut the lead to 9, does Bettendorf. 10.7 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Muscatine basketball presented by RIVO Plumbing and Heating, Bear of Muscatine, and CBI Bank and Trust. Also, don't forget to download the Discover Muscatine Apple or Android app and get free access to the most exclusive Muscatine content. You can get live Muskie sports broadcasts, Muscatine Today with Ashley Lovelace. I recommend going back to the Voice of Muscatine app and looking up her show today as she had Muscatine Mayor Diana Broderson on. A really intriguing interview. I encourage you to check that out as the Muskies now play for the last shot. Three-pointer from Jan, no good. Rebound by Bettendorf. And no shot attempt here for the Bulldogs as the Muskies take a 32-21 lead into halftime. We're going to step away for a few minutes. We'll be back with more Muskie basketball on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility, because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app: card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone. You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility, because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
And welcome back to Muscatine High School on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. A big shout out to the seniors for the Muscatine wrestling program as well. They were unable to have their senior night on Thursday as the bitter cold, which we're not out of. I hate this. This is really, really cold. I don't like it. And we get a little bit of a reprieve tomorrow. It's going to be in the teens, which is amazing. But a huge thank you to the senior class for Joe Kane and the Muscatine Muskie wrestlers. Had a fantastic showing last weekend at the Mississippi Athletic Conference tournament. Togan Deason, senior heavyweight, finished runner-up to Griffin Little at the heavyweight level, and then Tim Nimley was your Mississippi Athletic Conference champion. And throughout this broadcast, we'll be bringing you who the seniors on that wrestling team are. It's always a challenge with the weather this time of year, but they're getting ready for their sectional meet, which will determine who gets to go to the state tournament. And the Iowa High School State Wrestling Tournament is going to go on. I don't know how many spectators they're going to permit at the game. One of the things I'm most looking forward to when this whole virus restrictions is over is taking my sons to the Iowa High School Wrestling Tournament. It truly is a sports experience like no other. I would love to see one of the big sports companies do a documentary on it, because it is really something different. You don't see it a lot of other places. You hear the Indiana High School Basketball Tournament, Texas State Football Tournament. The Iowa Wrestling Tournament is just as hallowed ground as those end of the tournament. So good luck to the Muskies as they move on towards their state tournament goals. With the Muscatine basketball team moving towards some of their goals of sweeping Bettendorf this season, the 32-21 lead here at halftime on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, presented by Pearl City Media halftime show. Riots and Rebelle Salon, proud supporters of Muskie Athletics. The varsity girls traveled to Bettendorf earlier. They've had a great season as well. Muskie girls, last I saw, they were leading at the end of the third quarter. I'm trying to get the update here. And the Muskies unfortunately fall to Bettendorf, 39-33 on the road. Tough loss there for Coach Susan Orvis and the varsity girls for the Muskies. We'll be back here after a few more minutes with the second half of the Muscatine boys basketball game against Bettendorf here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app: card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone. You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's halftime here for the Muscatine Muskies. I'm Joel Krausar with you on the call. The Muskies lead 32-21. We'll have more action for you later on this week as the Muscatine girls will host North Scott on Friday. That's a 7:30 tip-off. And then on Saturday, the boys will tip off at 3:30 against Fort Madison. Again, weather permitting, we had several weather cancellations towards the end of the week last week. Well, hopefully Mother Nature takes it easy on us here this week. I just don't know. Looking at the forecast, I know I'm tired of shoveling my driveway. I can imagine that the rest of the communities in our surrounding areas are as well. But we'll have Muscatine girls basketball against North Scott on Friday, February 12th at 7:30 p.m. and boys basketball on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. against Fort Madison. We're about 30 seconds away here from the second half beginning. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments Coach Clark for Bettendorf makes. They've played multiple lineups. One thing I've been really impressed with for the Muskies this game has been their defense. They've been playing outstanding defense the last several games I've seen, and tonight is no exception to that. Really suffocating and forcing Bettendorf to have to get second chance opportunities, and really they've done a nice job of getting those. They've had a really good rebounding advantage. Muscatine shot hot in the first half, several three-pointers, and we'll see if they can continue that hot shooting as the second half progresses. We're here and ready to be underway. It's Bettendorf ball to begin the second half, as Figs will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Caden Wilkins with a strong drive and finish, and a good start to the second half for Bettendorf. Wilkins, just a freshman. Long, gonna grow into that body too. Here's Dante Lee to Jan. Lee over to Hufford. Waker Claire, good catch. Now the three from Lee is good. Three-point basket presented by First National Bank of Muscatine. Dante Lee now with 10 points for the Muskies. Bogan, back to Gross, to Butler. Bogan drives, and a strong take there by Bogan. Good jump stop, used his quickness to turn the corner. And Olsis leery to pick up that third foul. I might have had something to do with that. Hufford for three, no good. He gets his own rebound. Finds Jan now on the wing, shot fake. No good, rebounded by Gross. Good help defense from Wilkins, as Figs looks to speed it up. Now that's stolen by Jan. Jan recognizes he does not have the numbers, slows it down, and Muscatine will set up a half-court offense leading by 10. Claire to Olsis deep. Really good work by Reed Olsis. They had the down screen. Butler switched on Olsis. He realized he had the size advantage and just posted up hard, and a good feed from Waker Claire. Three from Bogan, no good. Rebound Lee. And now Hufford will bring it up for the Muskies. Back to a 12-point lead for Muscatine. And now three from Jan. No good. Rebound Wilkins. Wilkins showing up this second half. Playing good defense. He's got a bucket already. Figs to Gross. To Butler. Caden Wilkins with the spin move, no good. Rebound by Claire. Hufford now to Olsis. Got a foul, a 3-second call now actually on Dante Lee. Maurice Wynn checks into the game now for Bettendorf. And Josh Diekman will check in now for the Muskies. And Wynn will bring it up for Bettendorf. Wilkins, shot fake up and good. That's 4 now in the second half. Hofford driving right. Crosses over. Low pass. Diekman unable to control it. And now New Cannon will push. Wilkins, he gets the foul drawn. And he'll go to the free throw line. Caden Wilkins, really an offensive point of emphasis here for Bettendorf the second half has been number 31 in black, as Caden Wilkins goes to the free throw line looking for his 5th second half point, and he gets it. He makes them both. Lead is 6 now, or excuse me, 8. Olsis finds Claire for 3, no good. Rebound Diekman, second chance opportunity now for the Muskies. Claire drives baseline, dribbles it off his foot. 30-second timeout now here for the Muskies. Coach Wyndham wants to talk over offense. Muskie faithful want to talk to the official about a potential foul there. Jan will check back into the game. Under 4 to play here in the third quarter. Muscatine leading by 8. Muskie basketball presented by Eastern Iowa Community College. We'll have our defensive player of the game in the post-game show presented by Eastern Iowa Community College. And Toyota of Muscatine. Wonder if TJ Deere, the general manager, sales manager of Toyota of Muscatine, is tuning in. He's a big supporter of Muskie and Bettendorf athletics. He's a proud Bulldog himself. Always likes to watch these matchups between the black and gold and purple and gold. Maurice Wynn will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Gross for 3, no good. Rebound Hufford, and he's fouled. And that foul will go against number 13 for the Bulldogs. And I don't have a 13. So Spencer Del Vecchio with the foul. He's a sophomore. Some youth on the floor here for Bettendorf. Wilkins, a freshman. Del Vecchio, a sophomore. As Dante Lee, the junior, swings it around. Olsis in the high post. Tapped away and stolen by Maurice Wynn. Wynn misses, but the putback is in by Gavezli Webster. Lee to Hufford, over to Jan. Now Wynn extends out on Hufford. Hufford drives. Wynn really good on defense there. Shot fake by Jan, he drives. And they're going to call Del Vecchio for the hand check. 6-point lead for the Muskies. That's the second foul on Del Vecchio. Lee gets the inbounds. He's defended by Wilkins. Jan in the corner. Back to Hufford. Muscatine using a lot of clock here. If you're familiar with our broadcasts, I champion hard for the shot clock to be implemented in Iowa high school basketball. And I'm just as critical against the home team as I am when the visitors come in. Muscatine doing a good job, though, executing their offense. They're operating within the rules of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. As now Noah Jan, he'll turn it over with 2:21 to play here in the third quarter. Maurice Wynn gets it back to Noom-Kennon. Tying in Noom-Kennon. Gets it inside to Lee Webster. Back to Wynn. Shot fake by Wynn. Jumper is good. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The lead is now 4 for the Muskies. So Bettendorf has done a fantastic job of getting their way back into this game. Josh Diekman to Jan. And that's going to be another turnover against the Muskies. Bettendorf ball. Inadvertent buzzer here, so it'll still be Bettendorf ball. Del Vecchio to Bogan, to Noom-Kennon, to Wynn. Wynn drives, runner, no good. Wynn gets the rebound. And that's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Muskie ball. Hufford will bring it up for the Muskies. And that's over the back on Lee Webster. Third team foul against Bettendorf. That's 2 now on Lee Webster. Olsis gets it tipped. And now Noom-Kennon. Bettendorf extends this defense well out, and that's going to be a foul on Wynn. Jan to inbound to Diekman. Lee tries to feed Olsis. Noom-Kennon with the help defense and the steal. Up to Wynn to Bogan. Now back to Del Vecchio. Back cut by Wynn. Really nice cut and pass from Bettendorf. It's a 2-point game. Maurice Wynn with 2 points now, but it seems like he's got a lot more. He's creating a lot of action offensively for Bettendorf. Hufford with 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Now Lee back to Hufford to Diekman. Inside to Olsis. Olsis is fouled. That's 5 team fouls now against Bettendorf. Flirting with the bonus are the Muskies with 8.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. That's three personal fouls now on Del Vecchio. Jan drives. He gets the shot up to good. 1 second to go here. Noom-Kennon for 3. No good. So that's the end of the third quarter. Muscatine leads 39-35, and it was a great offensive output there from Bettendorf here in the second half. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be back with more Muskie basketball in the fourth quarter on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Fourth quarter action between Bettendorf and Muscatine. The lead was as big as 12 for the Muskies, but Bettendorf is back into this thing 39-35, a 4-point lead for Muscatine as Braden Hufford finds Waker Clare on the wing. Clare, Lee, Jan, Diekman, and Hufford for the Muskies. That three from Noah Jan is no good. Rebound by Gavez, Lee, Webster. And Butler will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. TJ Bogan on the wing. Maurice Wynn, shot fake. Del Vecchio drives. That runner's no good. Rebound by Diekman. Diekman to Jan. Hufford for three. No good. Rebounded by Lee Webster. Quick shot for Hufford. Now TJ Bogan finds Wynn. That runner good by Wynn. 39-37. Momentum feeling like it's on the black and gold side right now. As Braden Hufford sets up the Muskie offense. And that's stolen by Wynn. He gets it up ahead to Lee Webster. Misses the layup, and Diekman with the rebound. Now Jan to Hufford. And that's going to be a foul on 43. Butler with a big hook. And so that's 16 fouls now against Bettendorf. The Muskies will be in the 1-on-1 bonus from this point forward. Hufford gets it into Lee. Dante Lee back to Hufford. 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Lee, defended by Wynn. Gets it to Hufford. Back to Jan for three. No good. Rebound, though, by Hufford. Follow, no good. That's rebounded by Lee Webster. Couple good looks there for Muscatine. Just unable to finish at the rim. Wynn on the wing. Gets it to Wilkins. Lee Webster with the shot fake. Now back to Wilkins for three. And that's good. And the Bettendorf Bulldogs take their first lead of the night, 40-39 with 5:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's been all Bulldogs this second half. No Jan. To Waker Clare for three. That is no good and rebounded by Lee Webster. Gavez Lee Webster brings it up for the Bulldogs. Finds Wilkins, and he travels on the shot fake. And that turnover will give a substitution chance here as Reed Olsis will check back in for the Muskies. Dante Lee will get a minute. Get a break. On the floor for Bulldogs are Butler, Wynn, Bogan, Gross, Wilkins, and Nunkenin. Bogan has checked out. I apologize. Diekman finds Olsis. And Olsis is fouled on the floor, so it'll be a 1-and-1 bonus now here for Reed Olsis as he goes to the free throw line. That's the second foul on Maurice Wynn. First free throw attempt is good for Reed Olsis. Ties the game back at 40. Third point of the night for Reed. Misses the second. Rebound by Wilkins. And now Butler brings it up for Bettendorf. To Keenan. To Butler. To Wynn. Gross. To Wilkins. Caden Wilkins. Back to Gross. McKinnon picks it up, finds Butler slashing, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. We're all tied at 40. Second foul on Jan. Butler makes. There no free throw. That free throw will not count. It hit the strap up above the rim, which makes it a dead ball. So that free throw no good. Second one is, however. And Hufford will bring it up for the Muskies, who trail by 1. To Diekman. Finds Waker Clare. To Lee. Braden Hufford to Reed Olsis. Waker Clare for 3, that's good. First National Bank of Muscatine three-pointer by Waker Clare. Muscatine extends their lead back to 2 with 3:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Keenan drives, turns, misses. Rebound, though, by Wilkins, and he's fouled by Clare. That was Gross, excuse me, with the rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line. Jackson Gross. Third foul now on Clare. Gross's first free throw is missed. His first miss at the free throw line of the season. Makes the second. Makes it another 1-point game with the Muscatine lead. We saw a similar finish in our sophomore game just before this. It was a double overtime thriller. Both teams back and forth. The Muskies led by as much as 12 in the first half. And that is stolen by Gross. To Wilkins. Extra pass. Fumbled. And they are honoring a timeout, it appears. And I thought you had to have control of the basketball to honor a timeout. So that's a questionable call. And it's a full timeout. We'll step away. 30-second timeout. I struggle to comprehend the logic behind honoring that timeout when there was no possession of the basketball. But nevertheless, it was called. So it is 43-42 with 2:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. That was a bad call. I'm just going to say it. That was a bad call. As the Muskies defense now in charge of trying to get the ball back here. On the floor for Muscatine, Olsis, Jan, Lee, Hufford, and Diekman. Butler, Newcannon, Bogan, Wilkins, and Wynn for the Bulldogs. And Wynn has it on the left wing. There's Bogan. Back to Butler. Working the ball around is Butler to Newcannon. Pull up, no good. Rebound Muscatine, Reed Olsis. Lee and Wynn both battling for it. Olsis able to come up with it. And almost stolen away there by Wilkins. Jan finds Hufford. Timeout Muscatine. Coach Wyndham calls a timeout for the Muskies. It will be a full timeout. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
And we're back after that timeout by Muscatine. It's 43-42, 2:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Muskies had a 12-point lead at the beginning of the third quarter, and Bettendorf has battled back. Hufford finds Jan. Jan with the drive, and he finishes. Three-point lead now for the Muskies as Butler brings it up for Bettendorf. The Bulldogs have 4 timeouts, Muscatine with 2. Newcannon, he pushes off, offensive foul. Great defense there from the Muskies as Newcannon extends the forearm and gets the charge called on him. Full court pressure now from Bettendorf. Hufford will bring it up. Wynn defending. Hufford to Jan. Into Olsis. Wynn with the rebound. Finds Bogan in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound by Jan, who has the break. And they're going to call a block off Bettendorf, so it'll be Muscatine ball. Letting them play tonight. 1:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Eighteen fouls here on Bettendorf, so it's a 1-on-1 bonus. As Hufford, defended by Wynn. 3-point game. That ball's deflected. It's stolen now. Lee able to get it though. Save now. It's Bettendorf ball. To Bogan for 3 at the top of the key. We're tied at 45. Timeout, Curtis Clark and the Bettendorf Bulldogs. It was a 2-point basket. I was shielded. 2-point basket, so we are not tied. It's 45-44. It's a full timeout. We'll take a quick break. I'll be back with more Muskie basketball on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
RIVO as expert plumbers. But did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and
Muskie ball as Dante Lee gets the inbounds. Gets it out ahead to Reed Olsis. To Hufford. It's a 1-point game here. Finds Noyan, and he is fouled. And Noyan will go to the free throw line. Still a 1-and-1. The next foul will put Bettendorf into two-shot, or Muscatine into the double bonus as Wilkins checks back in for Bettendorf. Noyan to the free throw line for Muscatine. First free throw good by Noyan. Moves the lead to 2. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Newman. 2-point game. As Wynn will bring it up. Timeout, Bettendorf. It's a 30-second timeout. As the Bulldogs discussing what they want to do offensively. It's a 2-point game. That free throw miss by Noyan is big as far as what Coach Clark draws up here in his huddle for Bettendorf. Again, if you're just joining us, the Muskies led by 12 at the beginning of the third quarter. And what has really been an amplified defensive pressure from Bettendorf, and quite frankly, just outmaneuvering the Muskies. They've clawed their way back into this game. 11 points by TJ Bogan leading the way for the Bulldogs. Noyan was 17, 12 of which were in the first half. Bogan just hit a big 2 to bring the lead to within 1, and then Noyan going 1 for 2 at the free throw line. 16 seconds and counting here. Inside to Wilkins, to Lee Webster, who finds Newman down low to tie, and now Muscatine calls the timeout. Full timeout here for the Muskies with 4.1 seconds left. We'll keep it here. So we're all tied at 4.1 seconds. The sophomore game looked a lot like this. It ended up a double overtime thriller. The Muskies going to look to finish this one out without having to go to the extra period. 3 team fouls against the Muskies, 9 team fouls against Bettendorf. So the next foul will be a 2-shot bonus for Muscatine. And that's a big point here for this Bettendorf coaching staff, is to avoid the foul and give Muscatine free throws to try to put this one away. We'll have our Bear of Muscatine offensive player of the game, our RIVO Plumbing and Heating play of the game, and our defensive player of the game presented by Eastern Iowa Community College in the post-game show. An exciting night of Mississippi Athletic Conference basketball. It is Muscatine ball. This is coming right after a made basket, so they can run the baseline to inbound. And Josh Diekman, the 6'7 senior, will do the inbounding. Josh, an excellent baseball player and pitcher as well. And they turn it over. And now Bettendorf for the win. And we're going to overtime here, an extra period, as the Muskies are all tied at 46. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with overtime here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice. always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home. And there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app: card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
And we are back, and it is overtime here at Muscatine High School. We're all tied at 46. Why not get an extra period when it's negative 12 outside? It's warmer in here, and hopefully the shooting heats up in the second here in the overtime for the Muskies if you're rooting for the purple and gold. Olsis, Jan, Lee, Hufford, and Diekman on the floor for the Muskies. As it's Wilkins, Newmkennan, Bogan, Lee Webster, and Wynn on the floor for Bettendorf. As Bettendorf wins the tip, and Tynan Newmkennan brings it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Over to Wynn. To Wilkins. Bogan, leading scorer for Bettendorf. He's got 11 points tonight. Newmkennan. Loose ball, turned over, as that's going to be a foul on Maurice Wynn. And that will send the Muskies to the free throw line as they are in the double bonus the rest of the way here. Jan to the free throw line. That's the third foul on Wynn. First free throw good. Second free throw no good by Noah Jan. Rebound by Lee Webster. Lee Webster with the drive. He kicks out, intercepted by Reed Olsis. As Hufford brings it across the half-court line. Newmkennan deflects it out of bounds. It will be Muskie ball. .307 to go in overtime. Wynn with the interception. Up to Lee Webster. Slams on the brakes, and the Muskies fly right by. And a layup good for Lee Webster. Noyan to Diekman. Lee to Hufford. Back to Jan. Lee with the drive, has it taken away by Bogan. Now Bettendorf will slow it down. They have the 48-47 lead. Lee Webster drives, almost travels as Bogan with the drive. That is good. So a 3-point lead now for Bettendorf. And now a full timeout by Muscatine. We're going to step away. We'll be back with more basketball here. Overtime on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. It's overtime. Muscatine trails 47-50 with 2:05 to go here in the fourth quarter, in the overtime period. It was all Muskies the first 3 quarters, and Bettendorf controlling this late part of the third quarter and all of the fourth quarter to take the game into overtime. And there's a foul now on Lee Webster. As Josh Diekman goes to the free throw line. First free throw good by Diekman. Second free throw good by Diekman. As Wynn brings it up for the Muskies, or for the Bulldogs. Muscatine trailing by 1. Bogan, defended by Lee. Stolen now by Olsis, who's got a run out. Layup good by Reed Olsis. Muskies take the lead. Now Wynn will bring it up for Bettendorf. 3 timeouts left for Bettendorf. Muscatine with 1. Noom-Kennon with the finish. Nice interior passing there by Lee Webster to Noom-Kennon. And the lead now back to Bettendorf. Reed Olsis drives baseline. He draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Olsis. First free throw, no good. We're under a minute to play, 54.6 seconds. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Maurice Wynn. Timeout, Bettendorf. So with 51 seconds, it's a 30-second timeout, or full timeout, but we'll keep it here. 51.3 seconds to go here in the ball game, well, in the first overtime period. It's Bettendorf ball. Still fouls to give for Muscatine, just 3 team fouls. No real imminent foul trouble for either team, but Bettendorf, the Muskies are shooting a 2-shot bonus now on any defensive foul. First National Bank of Muscatine, proud supporters of Muscatine Athletics. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the bell and be notified and subscribe whenever Discover Muscatine goes live, whether it's live sports, community action, or the Muscatine Today show with Ashley Lovelace. Muscatine showing some pressure here. As Noom-Kennon, Wilkins, Bogan, Lee Webster, and Wynn on the floor for Bettendorf. Muscatine fouls, and I think that's smart. With the number of fouls to give, Muscatine needs to create some fouls. Try to slow this game down. Wynn drives, kicks it back out to Bogan. Muscatine really needs to try to slow this game down. A foul here. Wynn drives, finds it back out to Bogan. Lee Webster, he's fouled, and that's on Diekman, his first. So 23.5 seconds to go here. That's the 5th team foul now on the Muskies. 2 fouls away from the bonus. Muscatine trying to get a steal, anything here on the inbounds. As Hufford called for the foul, that's his 4th foul. So Bettendorf will inbounds. Tynan Keenan inbounding for Bettendorf. Foul on Olsis. That's his 3rd. But less than a second went off the clock there. Free throw good by Wilkins. 2-point lead now for Bettendorf. Muscatine uses their last timeout here. It's a full timeout. We're going to step away. We'll be back with more Muskie basketball here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
There's no place like home, and Eastern Iowa Community Colleges is our hometown college. With the security we need to explore, learn, and grow, it's the smart choice, always delivering quality, affordability, and flexibility. Because now, more than ever, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, the community's college.
Welcome back. It's overtime here. Muscatine trailing by 2 with 21.1 seconds to go here in the overtime. Freshman Caden Wilkins at the line for his 2nd free throw. He just made the 1st one. 2nd free throw is good, and the Bulldogs take a 3-point lead with under 20 seconds to go. Muscatine out of timeouts. Waker Clare, he's fouled. And now Reed Olsis fouls Wynn. With 6.2 seconds to go here. 4 fouls now on Olsis. Now we'll put Maurice Wynn to the free throw line with 6.2 seconds to go here. For all intent and purposes, a made free throw here makes it very difficult for the Muskies. Wynn makes that free throw. Second free throw is good by Wynn. That should. As now Hufford gets it to Lee. And that will do it as the Muskies fall 56-53. And we'll be back with our post-game show presented by Pearl City Media on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At First National Bank, we strive to provide the best customer service both in person and online. Our mobile wallet offers you great features within our mobile app. Card controls, alerts, digital receipts. Mobile wallet is a free feature in our mobile app. Check it out today.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
And welcome back to the Discover Muscatine post-game show on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Muscatine falls 64-61 against Bettendorf in overtime. Hard loss here for the Muskies. Led in scoring by Noah Jan with 18 points. He is our Bear of Muscatine offensive player of the game. Dante Lee had 12 for the Muskies. They had a nice job, just unable to finish in regulation, and Bettendorf just proving too much defense and transition buckets to squeak out the win for the Muskies. Bettendorf again defeating Muscatine in overtime. They move to 3-7 on the season. The Muskies move to 7-8. Our Eastern Iowa Community College defensive player of the game is Reed Olsis. Reed with I had him for 7 defensive rebounds, also a couple block shots, and really controlled the paint for the Muskies on the defensive end. And then our RIVO plumbing and heating play of the game goes to Noah Jan in the second quarter, diving into a passing lane, getting a steal, and getting the run out for a big bucket and fast break momentum. Huge first half for Jan, 12 first half points. Good job defensively from Bettendorf in the second half to limit him to just 6 second half points, making it difficult for the Muskies. It's a tough one tonight for Muscatine. We'll be back, though, Friday night as the Muskie girls host North Scott at 7:30 p.m. And then we'll have the boys back in the gym on Saturday afternoon, 3:30 tip-off against Fort Madison. For the Pearl City Media team, I'm Joel Krausar signing off. Have a great night, everybody.